أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أولم يرى الذين كفروا أن السماوات والأرض كانت رتقا فافتقناهما وجعلنا من الماء كل شيء أفلا يؤمنون بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. I welcome all the viewers with Islamic greetings. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May peace, blessings and mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be on all of you. The topic of the talk is Quran and modern science. According to Albert Einstein, the famous physicist and the Nobel Prize winner, he said that science without religion is lame, and religion without science is blind. Let me remind you that the Holy Quran is not a book of science, S-C-I-E-N-C-E, but it's a book of signs, S-I-G-N-S. It's a book of ayats. And there are more than 6,000 signs, ayats, in the Holy Quran, out of which more than 1,000 speak about science. As far as the talk is concerned, I will only be speaking about scientific facts which have been proved, and I will not be speaking about theories and hypotheses which are based on assumptions, because we all know that many a times scientific theories takes U-turns. In the field of astronomy, a few decades earlier, the scientists, they described the creation of a universe, and they called it the Big Bang Theory. And they said that initially there was one primary nebula, and then later on there was a secondary separation, a Big Bang, which gave rise to galaxies, to planets, sun, and the earth which we live in. A similar message given in the Holy Quran 1400 years ago in Surah Al-Anbiya, chapter 21, verse number 30, the verse of the Holy Quran which I started my talk with, which says, Awalam yara allazina kafaru, do not the unbelievers say, Anna samawati wal arda kanat ratkan faftaqnahuma, that the heavens and the earth were joined together and we clove them asunder. Imagine, the Holy Quran speaks about the Big Bang Theory which was described recently 1400 years ago. Previously, the people thought that the earth was flat, and they were afraid to venture too far lest they would fall over. The first time that it was proved that the world was spherical was in 1597 when Sir Francis Drake, when he sailed around the earth. The Holy Quran says in Surah Luqman, chapter 31, verse number 29, Alam tara anna Allaha yulijul layla fin nahari nahara fil layli, that it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who merges the night unto the day and merges the day unto the night. Merging is a slow and gradual process. The night slowly and gradually changes to day, and the day slowly and gradually changes to night. This phenomena is not possible if the shape of the earth is flat. It's only possible if it's spherical. And the Holy Quran confirms in Surah Naziyat, chapter 79, verse number 30. It says, Wal arda ba'da zalika dahaha, and thereafter we have made the earth egg-shaped. The Arabic word dahaha, one of its meaning is an expanse, and the other meaning is derived from the Arabic word dhuya, which means egg. And it does not refer to a normal egg, it specifically refers to the egg of an ostrich. And today science tells us that the shape of the earth is not round like a ball, but it is geospherical, flattened from the top and bulging from the center, exactly the same shape as that of an ostrich's egg. Imagine, the Holy Quran speaks about the geospherical nature of the earth 1400 years ago. Previously we thought that the light of the moon was its own light. Now we have come to know that the moonlight is not its own light, but it's the reflected light. The Holy Quran says in Surah Furqan, chapter 25, verse number 61, that blessed is he who has made the constellation in the sky and placed therein a lamp and moon having borrowed light. The Holy Quran calls the sun as Shams and describes its light in the Holy Quran either as Siraj, Wahaj or Diya, meaning torch, burning lamp or a blazing glory. And the moon is called as Qamar, and its light is always described as Munir or Noor, meaning borrowed light or reflected light. When I was in school, I had learned that the sun did not rotate about its own axis. But there is a verse in the Holy Quran, in Surah Al-Anbiya, chapter 21, verse number 33, which says, هُوَ الَّذِي خَلَقَ اللَّيْلَ وَالنَّهَارَ. It is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who has created the night and the day. وَالشَّمْسَ وَالْقَمَرَ, the sun and the moon. كُلٌّ فِي فَلَكِ يَسْبَحُونَ, each one traveling in orbit with its own motion. So the Quran says that the sun revolves and rotates about its own axis. And this we have come to know recently, that the sun takes approximately 25 days to complete one rotation. There may be some people who will say, it's nothing great that the Holy Quran speaks about astronomy, since the Arabs were very well advanced in the field of astronomy. I do agree with these people that the Arabs were advanced in the field of astronomy, but I would like to remind them that it was decades and centuries later, after the Quran was revealed, that the Arabs became advanced in the field of astronomy. So it is from the Quran that the Arabs learned about astronomy and not the vice versa. In the field of geography, the present coherent water cycle, which we know of, was first described by Sir Bernard Palissy in the year 1580, that the water from the ocean rises up, forms into clouds, the clouds move into the interior and falls down as rain, and the rain water flows back into the ocean and the cycle is completed. Previously, we did not know about this water cycle. In 7th century BC, Phase of Miletus said that it was the spray of the ocean which was picked up by the wind, which fell in the interior as rain. People did not know where did the underground water come from. They thought it was the pressure of the wind on the ocean that thrust the water into the interior. It's now that we have come to know that the underground water is due to the seepage of rainwater. And the Holy Quran says in Surah Az-Zumar, chapter 39, verse number 21, seest thou not that it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who sends down water from the sky and leads it in sources in the ground and causes sown field of varying colors to grow. The Holy Quran describes the water cycle in great detail. In Surah Rum, chapter number 30, verse number 24. In Surah Al-Mu'minun, chapter 23, verse number 18. In Surah Al-Hijr, chapter 15, verse number 22. In Surah Nur, chapter 24, verse number 43. In Surah Rum, chapter number 30, verse number 48, that how does the water rise? It forms into clouds. How does the cloud move into the interior? How does it fall down as rain? And the rainwater flows back into the ocean. The water cycle is described in the Holy Quran in great detail 1400 years ago. In the field of geology, we have recently come to know about the phenomena of folding. And the geologists, they tell us that the outer surface of the earth is solid and the deeper layers, they are hot and fluid and cannot sustain life. And the radius of the earth is approximately 3,750 miles. But the outer crust is very thin, hardly 10 miles. And there are high chances that this outer shell of the earth, it will shake. It is due to the folding phenomena